I use Ziploc bags versus one-time bags. For me, when I'm taking multiple pictures a day, or just in general, this is just my preference, I like to reuse. I feel like I'm getting more of my money's worth. And it's just a preference, honestly. I also like being able to double check my items before I ship them. I'm human. I sometimes will miss a flaw. You know, I'm sure other resellers can attest to this. When you're taking multiple pictures of items, your everything starts looking the same, and honestly, your eyes get burnt out. So this is just my preference. I like using these bags because I can reuse them, and I just like to double check my items before I send them to my buyer. That also gives me the chance to, let's say, if I missed the flaw, I can write the buyer about it. And see if they still want the item, or mention it to them and see what they want to do. So that's just my preference. I know some people just use one-time bags and just slap a SKU on it and then, you know, they're out the door. I just like double checking my items before I send them out to my buyers. I wanted to point out how I organize my boxes. These boxes I get from Staples. They're Bankers file boxes. You can get them from other sites, but I just prefer to get mine from Staples. It's just been consistent for me to find them there. Pretty much each box fits anywhere between 8 to 12 items, depending on how big they are. So I just use the alphabet for my SKUs, and then I just use the number. So I started with A, moved on to B, C, and so on. So in this case, these are the letter L. I have L1 through L9, L10 through 17, L18 through 28, and so on. And then I went down the alphabet. I know some people use numbers, which is endless, so you can go up to, you know, 1,000, 2,000, whatever. I just like using the letter number mix. That's just my preference. You can get Ziploc bags. I get mine from my local like dollar store, or I'll get mine from Target, which they have the big jumbo bags. Pretty much anywhere you can find, you know, Ziploc bags. I just try to get them as cheap as possible. And honestly, I know people are like, maybe she spends more money this way. Honestly, I don't. I haven't bought Ziploc bags in a very long time, since I started this process, and they hold very good, no holes, anything. So, you know, it's up to you, your preference. If you'd like to do the one-time use bags that you could just ship them right out and then send it to your customer. But again, I like doing it this way because I like being able to just double check my item for any flaws before shipping it out to my customer.